Or store procedure. Many times the interview asks what is store procedure. So store procedure, as per the definition, store procedure is the pre-compiled set of the SQL statement that can perform an action like select, insert, update, delete, or even call other procedure. So what is the meaning of this? Store procedure is something by which we can. This is the pre-compiled SQL statement. Means there is no need to compile to SQL. Whenever we execute any statement on SQL side, then first it compile, then it's run. Right. So here store procedure is already compiled, means pre-compiled. Only it has to run. So for due to this, it's take less time in compared to normal query. Right now, what is the key point of that one? It can accept input parameter, output parameter. It can modify the data, means it can perform DML actions. It can control flow the statement, like if while it is all the statement. It is stored in database for reusability. This is the last statement is the very important. Only because of this store procedure is. So here I also give the example how to create the store procedure. To creating the store procedure, you have to write on the SQL window create procedure, procedure name, whatever procedure name you want to write. After that, you whatever variable, if you have one variable, then declare variable the sign of the add the rate before the variable name and then data type, whatever the variable you are going to declare, then as begin and end and begin between the begin and end, there will be a query. Right, so this is the way we create the store procedure. So how we execute the store procedure, we have to write exe then procedure name, and if we are passing in a parameter like here we are passing the department id, then pass at that department id whatever the id is there. Only you have to run this one, and then means exe get employee id by department, and then department id is one or two or whatever, then it will execute select staff from employee id where department id is dpt id at time, so whatever you have. This is the store procedure. What is the function? A function is a database object that perform calculation and return value and can be used in SQL statement like select, where, or join. Function is also like a store procedure, but little bit difference between the function and store procedure. Now, what is the key point of the function? Is the function can accept parameter, cannot modify the data, or insert, update, delete. Yes, it can't perform such type of statement like insert, update, and delete. Right? You must return value. In the function, the value must return. Either it will return a scalar value or it will return a table value. Use inline SQL statement. So for let me explain how we create the function. For the function, you can also use the create function, function name, the parameters, and then as and begin, and in that there will be a your statement, right? But here a return is very important. You have to return, otherwise if you will not return, then SQL function will not work. So and also the function always return the value, whereas in SQL procedure, store procedure, there is no need to return the value. So this is also very important part. If someone is asking what is the difference between store procedure and function, then you can explain him that the store procedure never pass the. It is not necessary that store procedure return the value, but in function it is necessary that it will return the value. Either it will return the scalar value or it will be return table, but it will return the value. This is the few features of the store procedure. You can say this is a few definition between store procedure and the function, right? So first definition, can return value. Yes, store procedure is optional. It can return or not return, but function must return the value, either table, scalar, or table variable. Can modify data? Yes, we can modify. But no, in function we can't modify the data. Can use in SQL statement? No, but yes, here it can be used as a select, where and when. Means if you are writing any SQL statement during that, can you write direct school store procedure name? No, we cannot. But once means select start from store procedure name. No, by this we can. You have to write exe. But for the function, select star from function name. dbu dot function name you will write, and if you have parameter, then pass the parameter. It will be clear. Transaction support, yes. Stop procedure, use transfer. Function, limited. Error handling, yes, try catch. Function, limited. Execution, exe or execute we can, and we can for the function directly call the state. Parameter, input parameter, output parameter, but here only the function input parameter and some return value are there. So these are the differences between function and stop procedure. Now we are coming to the point, what are the few question and answer between the store procedure and function, which asked by the interviewer many times. So first question is it, sorry, can function modify data in SQL Server? No, function can't perform insert, update, delete operation. Right? Can a store procedure used inside a select statement? No, that we already checked in definition. Right? What is different type return type? In store procedure, optional output or return. Either one can be used as an integer, but a function must return the value. When do you store procedure versus function? Store procedure to perform action multiple DML operation where function for calculation, reusability, expression, return value, right? So this question lots of time interview asked that what is the difference between when we use store procedure when we use the function. So to perform action multiple DML operation, right? Insert, update, delete, and function to calculate a reusability expression or returning value query, right? Can store procedure call a function? Yes, store procedure call the function, but reverse is not allowed. Means function can't call the store.